The last time we worked on our roof, we had to stop because we ran out of materials. This morning, we went out, we got some more foam tape for the valley, we got more valley metal, and everything that we need to get the roof done. So we're gonna get back up there, try to finish up the panels, and then start on the ridge caps. Well guys, I just cut my last two pieces. If I cut them right, we'll be done with the roof panels and onto the ridge caps. This is a big moment.
Do you need me up there?
I might be okay, they're small. Good thing I brought my pencil with me. Whatever. I'll stick with the original plan. And snips are like so amazing. I don't even know if this will get in the way of anything, you know. But my thought is, you know, a little dam.
Yeah, I like that.
I feel like in my mind I'm just picturing it being cut out.
Oh, like.
So I'm up here on the roof, just planning. I'm actually losing sunlight, probably won't get this done tonight, but I'm trying to figure out this intersection where the ridge caps come together. I couldn't really find a good example of it anywhere, so I'm making it up. and I think I have a plan. I'm just gonna have to try. I'm a little nervous because I don't have a lot of extra ridge cap. I don't want to waste any. We're gonna try our best to make this thing watertight. So we have our ridge caps pre-drilled, which means we brought them up there, laid them on the roof where they go, marked the ribs, came back down here, pre-drilled them. It's just gonna make it easier for me to install. And now we're gonna get back up on the roof, get some of these screwed down, and keep marking metal, cutting metal, and making that intersection come together properly. We're gonna be doing a vented ridge cap. I'm gonna show you the vent once we get up there. We're gonna be installing this Flex Pro ridge vent, and it's basically just a fluffy, fibrous material, and it's shaped to go on this metal. So it's gonna go right under the ridge cap. It'll let air flow, it'll let the roof breathe, but it'll keep out bugs and water. It has a sticky backing, so we're just gonna stick it down to the roof. So I'm just gonna stick this about an inch up from the bottom of our cap, I think. I have to be careful because this stuff will fuzz all over the roof. So you guys probably want to see how that piece fits that I cut out. We're going to do it soon. We just went ahead and got our closure strips on the roof. So these are foam strips that will seal the cap so that rain and debris and bugs don't get in. There is no vent on this ridge, so we're just sealing it off.
However the holes line up is how it goes.
Like these. And I think I'm going to lap them this way. This is going really good. Ashley just reminded me we need to put some sealant in there where they overlap. So I'm going to go get some of that. But otherwise, we're finally getting our ridges on.
Yes.
Well guys, we've finished up this stage of the roofing job. And I'm not sure that I did a good job bringing you guys along for this one, and I apologize. But I think we captured enough that you guys can get the picture. The roof is on. It's fully sealed, and we got the ridge caps installed. Now, originally we bought a standard size ridge cap, and after looking at them, they would have worked, but we weren't really thrilled with them, so we returned them and got these extra wide ridge caps. I just wanted to talk about that quick. You can see these have a really wide stance. The original ridge caps had 2 inches of flat. This has 5 inches. So we have an extra 3 inches of coverage on either side. Personally, I think it just looks better on the roof and it makes me feel safer about water intrusion. Our old green roof that we pulled off actually had water damage along the ridge where rain had blown in and got under the ridge cap. Between the wide flaps, the closure strips, and the vented material, it should be totally fine. So that's why we decided to upgrade those. keep that in mind when you're choosing your roofing, that there might be upgrades available. Sometimes they have bigger or different trim pieces that you can get. That also helped me cover up some imperfections we had on the back side of that roof, where one of my roofs wasn't going straight and I had an angle at the top where the roof was kind of going downwards. Again, the small one would have covered but barely covered, and this helps cover up the crooked screw line. So the only thing left to do now is the gable trim that goes along, this part of the roof. And it's a metal that's going to go over and clean it all up. And I'm not going to do that yet. We're going to wait until we get all of our soffits done. We're going to enclose our soffits. We're going to put our fascia trim on, and then the gable trim comes over it. If I put that gable trim on now, it'll just make my soffit and fascia installation harder. So the roof is fine. Everything's sealed up, and with only the edges exposed, it's not going to matter, because even if a little tiny bit of water gets under those edges along the gable ends, our roof is fully covered with that adhering underlayment. It's totally waterproof, so I'm not even worried about it. You can see on the top ridge there, we got our vapor diffusion port. You don't even know about it. It looks exactly like any other house ridge vent, and that's exactly how it's meant to be. So that was an easy thing that we were able to introduce into this house. I hope it does its job and keeps our ceiling moisture free. We don't want any condensation, mold, or water damage inside our cathedral ceiling. So I think that's all there is to say about all that. I'm going to take you guys up on the roof so you can see how it looks. Now this spot was the trickiest spot on the whole roof. I think we got it right though. The water's going to run down. I do have lips on the back of this, so it can't go in. It has to come down to the valley. This spot has sealant on it. It has weather stripping behind it, and it should be okay. My cuts weren't perfect, but I got them as good as I could. I'm happy with it. Some of you might notice that there's no vents coming out the roof. That is true. We still have to drill holes and put our plumbing vents through. We have everything for that except for the vents. We just have to get them up through the roof. Things are kind of in between right now. So as we do the plumbing and get that all tied together properly, we're going to find out where it's coming up, and we'll be able to drill a hole, cut a hole in the roof afterwards to put that in. That's no problem. So that'll just be a retrofit installation. So we'll take you along as we finish up the roof, finish up the house, but that's all we have for now. So thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.